Welcome to the Environmental Stewardship module in the Corporation for National and Community Service Performance Measures series. This module is designed to provide a general overview of the environmental stewardship focus area and where CNCS will be focusing its national service investments and measurements. In this brief overview, we will introduce environmental stewardship as it relates to CNCS and why it was chosen as one of the focus areas for national service programs. We will also introduce the agency-wide priority measure and the grantee and sponsor measures for environmental stewardship. CNCS will focus on national service interventions that help individuals and communities become environmental stewards. Environmental stewardship means taking responsibility for our choices. The responsibility for environmental quality is shared by all of us whose actions affect the environment. CNCS will invest in programs that provide direct services that will empower individuals to make smarter decisions in the name of the environment. These services will contribute to increasing energy and water efficiency, using renewable energy, improving at-risk ecosystems, and supporting increased citizen behavioral change, particularly in economically disadvantaged households and communities. Specifically, activities will decrease energy and water consumption, increase green training opportunities and promote renewable energy use, improve at-risk ecosystems, increase behavioral changes that lead directly to energy and water conservation, or improve at-risk ecosystems. CNCS will look to tell the story of environmental stewardship. And now, let's look at why. Our focus is on enhancing and adding value to what already exists in communities and infrastructure, working in partnership with state service commissions, local government, nonprofits, and faith-based organizations. There is an increasing public awareness of the strain Americans are placing on their environment. Environmental stewardship is the means to reduce this strain and create a more sustainable future. Volunteers around the country are educating those who could benefit the most, economically vulnerable communities and households, so they can make better choices on how they use energy and water, recycle, or treat their community's parks. Coordination and planning with local and federal partners is a high priority. CNCS will work with federal, state, and local organizations working in this area, including the Department of Energy, the Department of Health and Human Services, the Environmental Protection Agency, and the National Resources Defense Council. What led CNCS to choose environmental stewardship as a focus area? According to the EPA, if we are to accelerate the pace of our environmental progress while maintaining our nation's economic competitiveness, environmental stewardship must become an even stronger part of the steps we take to ensure our air is safe to breathe, our water more pure, and our land better protected. Environmental stewardship is where all parts of society actively take responsibility to improve environmental quality and work towards a more sustainable future. The White House administration and the EPA, as well as many nonprofits and faith-based organizations, have made environmental stewardship a priority. These organizations have resources and programs in place. CNCS has developed strong relationships with many of these organizations to coordinate and plan. The CNCS Board of Directors has identified environmental stewardship as a strategic priority, and national service programs have responded to this call. CNCS-supported projects engage in recycling and waste treatment activities and improve at-risk public lands and waterways. Services include removal of invasive species, natural storm water system restoration, fire fuel reduction, and indigenous flora replanting. This work may coincide with other national, state, or local ecosystem improvement initiatives, like the EPA's CARE or the Interior's AGOI. Americans make countless choices every day, and yet the environmental impact of many of those decisions are often overlooked. The potential to reap benefits from individual actions is great. National service programs are uniquely positioned to assist these individuals in making the right decisions. Let's look at a snapshot of the need. An effective environmental stewardship strategy must address choices made by individuals and harness the power of one to make a difference. According to the EPA, if every U.S. household replaced one incandescent light bulb at home with one that has earned the Energy Star label, the country would save $600 million in energy bills, conserve enough energy to light 7 million homes, and prevent greenhouse gas emissions equivalent to 1 million cars. Other individual commitments to water conservation, recycling, and other environmentally beneficial practices would make additional, impactful environmental gains. Low-income households spend a large percent of their income on energy costs. These households and communities can benefit from good environmental stewardship. For example, Energy education alone can be a source of significant energy savings. Households have reported savings of $8 to $45 per month from installing energy-efficient measures and practicing energy-saving behaviors. Volunteers are essential to environmental stewardship. Our national, state, and local parks, trails, and waterways are currently experiencing resource reductions and are more dependent than ever on the effective use of volunteers. One aspect of being an environmental steward is making choices that support ecologically sensitive land management and development. Our agency-wide priority measure focuses specifically on the number of at-risk acres, land, and/or water improved by CNCS-supported members, participants, and volunteers. National Service grantees and sponsors working in this area have documented that the improvement of a public land, trail, or waterway has specific environmental benefits to local communities. The corporation is interested in investing in programs which provide services to improve our parks and public lands, tribal lands, trails, and waterways. Grantees and sponsors will be asked to track the number of acres of national parks, state parks, city parks, county parks, or other public and tribal lands that are improved, the number of miles of trails or waterways owned and or maintained by national, state, county, city, or tribal governments that are improved and or created. Thanks for your interest in environmental stewardship, in CNCS, and in service as a solution. For further information, please contact us at nationalservice.gov. We appreciate your interest in national service.